two tough opponents. I mean, no easy
Yeah.
games in this league, but do you almost think it's beneficial to hit the ground running with two really tough opponents?
Yeah, I mean it's good. They're we got one game under our belt here, and we need to follow that up again. The schedule is the schedule. They the game against Colorado, I thought we were I mentioned a little bit slow out of the gate, but by the third period, I thought we were up to speed. And see if we can pick up right off of that and get right up to speed against these guys. They're a team that's obviously proven that they are capable and know how to win hockey games.
Is there anything offensively that you're seeing, that's maybe led to, some of the disconnect or, something that you want to see more of from the group as a whole offensively?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see the puck win the back of the net. It's not, like I said, try to be pretty honest with my evaluation. It's not from a lack of shots on net, or it's not a lack of opportunity or quality scoring chances. We got to find ways to get it in the back of the net. Fire up the power play again. Scored power play 5-on-5 contributions coming. We had some shorthanded chances that we didn't connect on, and so I think we just got to stay with it and be confident. And usually, I find when shooting percentage is low, if you stay with it and try to maybe just talk about areas where you can be a little bit better, you can get out of that and send it in a different direction.
You mentioned yesterday liking Jenner's physicality
Yeah.
against Colorado. Just what have you seen in the progress of his game, maybe in the last couple games or so?
I think I chatted with Key yesterday. I thought he was really good last game, especially in the absence of Trouba. I thought he took down big minutes, and he usually gets those big minutes anyway. I thought Schneider was a guy who stepped up and did a really good job, but Key was really good. Just talking to him about his game, I thought he was attacking with the puck. I do like it when he's on his toes physically, defensively. He's a big man out there and an intimidating guy to play against if he has that presence, which he did the other night. And we need that. I'd like to see a little bit more from that with regard to our team, just a defensive attitude that makes us tough to play against. I saw that as well, but I thought he was skating well. I thought he was moving the puck well. His defense was good. His physicality was good. I thought it was a solid game for him.
Are you going with Shesterkin tonight? Or
Quick's in net tonight.
Quick's in net.
Yeah.
So was that a plan, or was that he earned it?
It was a tentative plan to have it that way. I do think he's earned it. I mean, Quickie's his last 3 games, his numbers are through the roof. He's got 950 save percentage and a 1.6 goals against. But Shesty's our guy. This was a chance for us to work with him, he's with Benny, he gets more video, more reps, he can focus on his game and just getting, really dialed in for a stretch run and a stretch push. We're in a fortunate situation where, we've got 2 good goaltenders. And coming off the All-Star break, it was a plan for Chesty just to get some work in, some practice time, and prepare himself for the final stretch run.
Because you could see where that could turn, right? I mean, that narrative could turn where Shesterkin's numbers haven't been that great, Quick's numbers have been, and it could start something. But you're saying this was
Shesty's our guy here, so we're gonna work in the next few days to get him some practice time, get him some reps. I do think that we're fortunate to have a guy like Jonathan in the stable, and he's played really well. He's especially as of late, like I said, his numbers are. He had that loss in LA. He played terrific. That was probably a tough game for him to handle, big game for him to handle. I thought he played a great game, gave us an opportunity to win. And the last couple games, he's also played really well. So, like I said, we're in a fortunate situation with that. Quickie goes tonight. Chesty will continue to get him some work with Benny and get him dialed in for the stretch run.
all things equal. That means Shesterkin play in Chicago.
Yeah.
You're not there yet.
I never go there. So I never even with a tentative plan coming out of the break, I never go there. But there's a plan in place, and we'll see where we're at. At the end of the night.
In this instance, do you have a conversation with Igor to?
Yeah, there's conversations all the time with the players. He's not gonna go from this press conference and read it in the paper. So there's conversations constantly that happen inside the room just to make sure that the communication lines are open with the players.
Can you also just explain how this is a good problem to have, I imagine, having 2 goalies you can rely on every single night?
We need everybody in that room, you've seen it through the course of the year, whether it be for whatever reason, we need all players. This is a team sport, and we need everybody firing in all cylinders. So the fact that we've got a guy like Shesty has been so good, and now we're able to put a guy like Quickie with him who's has had his own career that's been outstanding. We've got 2 guys that we're really confident.
And And then back to tonight's game, you talked about having that one game under your belt. They haven't played yet. How important is that, like, first 10 minutes of the game to really kind of, go at them?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to just get out to a strong start. I mean, and it doesn't have to be 5-0 at the end of the 10 minutes, but I just like to go out and play the game that, when you're watching it, you're saying, okay, we're on point here with what we're doing. Good defense, smart decisions, eliminating their opportunity, doing our best to create ours. And so, sure, we would love to get out in the first 10 minutes and play a really strong, solid 10 minutes.
It's been a couple of years, but Goudreau's last team was these guys. What have you seen from Goudreau this season in terms of, I know you had him on the wing, and then now he's in the center, and he's only got the one goal. I mean, what have you seen from him, and how's his season been so far?
Yeah, so, I mean, he's mostly been in the center position, probably 80% of the games he's been at the center position. I think that he's been really effective with his line in a certain role, a certain responsibility. I know that sometimes players look to the numbers or what they might be. I'm not so much concerned about, what you just said. I would like to, if he's given a responsibility tonight, I'm more looking at that and how he can do his job inside of the responsibility, the role that we're asking him to play. And that goes for his whole line. And so, there's games where I think that they've been right on point with what they're doing. I think that they've been maybe one of the more valuable lines on the ice. And so just trying to find consistency inside of that is what we're looking for from, that line, I think.
Truba's back tonight.
Yeah.
Does that mean Jones is out or who's out?
Jones will be out, Truba's in, as of right now.
Peter, back to Kucherov for just a second. You coached against him for a long time. He's such a great passer. He's shooting more this year. How much more of a danger does he become when he has the puck on his stick?
Well, I don't know, maybe people say that about Panarin too. I think Panarin's shot is really good. I think Kucherov's shot is really good. And so he gets it off, especially from the dot when he walks in. Could be 5-on-5, could be power play. I think his shot is unbelievable. So maybe I can't speak to what's going on in the messaging over on that side of the room, but we don't talk about him just making plays tonight. We understand that he's a completely well-rounded offensive talent, one of the best in the league, and his shot is dangerous, and we have to prepare for that as well.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.